everybody, and welcome to Music Class. Yes, I'm your host, the beautiful, the talented, the man, the myth, the legend. Dare I say the best teacher at this school? Mr. R. Applause for me, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my peasants. Yes, you can bow down to me. Please, bow down to me. All right, thanks. All right, in all serious note, so sorry that Mr. R cannot be here today. One of my kids is not feeling very well, so I have to stay home and take care of them. Ugh, kids, gotta love them, right? I mean, children, they're just the best thing in the world, right? Anyway, I didn't want you just to do nothing today. I wanted us to at least get some stuff done. All right, so now, are you ready for some face melting, eye popping, ear steaming, nose boogering, flowing? Ew, no, boogers flowing, nose booger flowing, mouth blowing, whole body shaking news? Are you ready for this news? Are you sitting down right now? Please sit down because this is going to be some crazy news. Sit. All right. We have less than a month left of school. I know. And to make things even more crazy, we have about 3 more music classes left. Okay, but no one freak out, okay? Don't freak out, everybody. All right, we're going to be okay. We got this. All right. So, in order for us to keep on track with everything we need to do, today is going to be a work day. So, stop stalling me. Stop distracting me. We got to get to work, okay? Okay. All right, so now if you remember last week we talked about music from Japan and China. And I showed you a video, kind of like the one like this one. Huh, interesting. Kind of like one like this, where Mr. R showed you some really beautiful landscapes and some really amazing scenery from China and Japan. It kind of looks something like this right over here, in this box right about here. Okay. And in that video, I talked about all about kind of in fun facts about China and Japan. Talked about how China is the 4th largest country in the world, how it has over 1 billion people. Talked about Japan has about 6,000 islands on the side of it, how it has square watermelons. Do you remember the square watermelons? I know, crazy. But we need to continue on. So if you go into our Google Classroom, depending on what class you are, and you go to classwork, I want you to go ahead and open up that Google slide from last week, the one that says Passport, China and Japan. We didn't get a chance to finish it last week, so I want you to go ahead and open it right now. And it looks something like this. I'll wait a little bit because I know some of our computers are a little slow. That's okay. I'll wait. Okay, let's get started now. All right, so now that you are on the same slide as me, remember the first slide was just a welcome slide. It was nothing we had to do with it. The second slide, we had to move the flags to the correct location. Now, you should have already done this, but in case you didn't do it, you should do it now. The flag on the left with the red dot, that was Japan. Hopefully you put the flag right there on this island for Japan. If you didn't do that, please go ahead and move that flag to the correct location now. And on the right, the red flag with the yellow stars, that is China. Hopefully you put China on the big country right smack in the middle. Again, I did mention that China is the 4th largest country in the world, and that is probably the biggest country that we see on this picture. So it's probably that one. And again, if you didn't put them in the right spot, go ahead and do that now. Thank you. In the next slide, all you had to do was find 2 pictures of famous landmarks in China and 2 pictures of famous landmarks in Japan. That's all you had to do with this one. These are the pictures that I chose, but if you have different pictures, not a big deal at all. It is the same thing. Remember, to add a picture, we simply go to the top left and go to the word Insert, then go to Image, and search the web. and we can just go ahead and type in what we're searching for. For example, like China landmarks. Find those 2 pictures, and then simply change it to Japan landmarks. Find 2 pictures, drag it on in, we're good to go. Again, if you didn't do this, go ahead and hit the pause button right now and fix it now. In the third slide, the red slide, this was the really fun one where we got to find what animal, what year we were born in, and how that corresponds to the Chinese New Year, meaning what animal we were. I think many of you were either rabbits or tigers, rabbits or dragons, all right? And then we talked about all the fun characteristics of it. If you look at mine right now, you'll see I was born in 1984. It's not on this. Okay, they recycle every 12 years, so if I do the math, it just means that I'm a rat. Remember, rats are leaders. They are smart. They're popular. They're brilliant. They're funny. Good looking, strong, kind. What was I talking about? Oh, that's right. Chinese New Year. So make sure that you did this as well. Again, if you didn't do this, hit the pause button right now. Go ahead and look at what year you were born in, write that year down, and then also write down the animal as well. That's where we stopped, so we need to finish these slides today, so let's continue on. Going to the 5th slide, the green slide, this is pretty straightforward. It simply just says here, find a picture of each one of these instruments and place it on the slide. So that means we need to find an instrument called the U and the zither. Now the U is kind of like a Chinese violin. A normal violin only has 4 strings on it. The U means 2 strings. Means 2, U means string, U, 2-string instrument. And over here, the zither is kind of like a harp. So all you need to do is insert a picture for those 2 slides. Again, say it with me now. To insert a picture, we go to the left and click on the word insert. We go to image. We go to search the web. You got it. And then all we simply do is type in those names of the instrument, and boom shakalaka laka, it's right there, the very first couple of pictures. It's this very unusual violin instrument. Then all we gotta do is change it to zither, and shabow, it's literally right there. Now let's pause a second and let's go ahead and listen and watch these 2 instruments play. We're gonna listen to the U first and then the zither, so let's check that out. All right, perfect, awesome. Now that we're back in reality here, let's go to the next slide, which is Japan's instruments. Now, I've already added my pictures to it. All right, we need to find the gong and what this is called a taiko drum. So, same thing as before. We're going to insert a picture on those slides. You know how to do it. We go to the left and click on the word. Oh, you didn't say it. Insert, come on, and then we click on. Come on, you're not saying it. Image, and then we click on the word. Search the web, you got it. Then we go ahead and just type in those names, gong. And boom, it's right there. And then the same thing when we type the word taiko. All right, boom. Now, let's talk about these two instruments because they have some really amazing history here. So the gong, I actually have a gong with me right here. I know it's beautiful. Thank you. What I love about the gong is that it has some pretty amazing history. In fact, this instrument actually started as a medical device, not as an instrument. I know, shocking, mind-blowing. Yes, thousands and thousands of years ago, the gong was not an instrument, but used for medicine. About 3,000 years ago, doctors would have a whole bunch of these gongs hanging up on the wall, different sizes, different shapes, and patients would come into the doctor's office, and depending on the sickness or the illness that you had, the doctor would take that certain gong off the wall, and they would play the gong next to your injury, next to your sickness or whatever was hurting, and supposedly the vibration of the gong was supposed to vibrate that illness and have it vibrate away. I know. Beautiful, right? So let's pretend right now, let's play a little game here. Let's pretend that I'm the doctor and you are the patient. Yes, me, doctor, you, patient. So let's pretend that you come into my doctor's office, the Dr. Mr. R patient room. And please, child, tell me, what is your sickness today? You can't stop talking? Wow! We call that talkiosis. Yes, the flu of talking too much. Talkiosis. Oh, it's an awful sickness. That's right. I'm talking to you over there. You know who we're on. You know who Mr. R is talking about. You. No, you. No, over in this corner here. This person. Yeah, you know who. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play my gong for you, and hopefully, when it's all done, your mouth will stay closed. Oh, yeah. And you are now healed. That will be $5,000, please. $5,000, please. Thank you. All right. Okay, fine. First visit's free, okay? Let's just do one more. Let's pretend that you have another sickness, okay? Let's pretend that you have fungus on your feet. Yes, fungus on your feet. Ugh. PU is making your feet smell. Ooh. It's gross a little bit. Don't worry. I got the cure. Here we go this time. You are cured now. Your feet no longer smell. That'll be $10,000, please. Please, cash. All right, fine. Whatever. I'll just cure you for free. So that is the gong. I really like it. It's a nice loud instrument, and what I always found fascinating is that it was for medical reasons before becoming an instrument. If I look at the taiko drum, now the picture I have on mine is actually a very small drum. They come in many different sizes. Some are really, really large, which I'll show you a video right around here. And you can see right now that the size of this instrument is gigantic. And these drums also have a history of actually being used for communication before being an instrument. Thousands and thousands of years ago, before walkie-talkies, cell phones, radios, any kind of computer system. All right, the Japanese culture, they used these drums to communicate to armies in giving directions. Let's say you're on a battlefield and you wanted your army to move left. Well, you couldn't just shout it, all right, during battle. No one would hear you, and you couldn't just send a message. It would take too long. So these musicians would be banging a certain pattern on this drum, and whatever that pattern was, it gave direction to the army. So if they played a pattern like that, told the army to move left. If they played a pattern like that, told the army to engage, meaning go forward. If they played a pattern like that told the army to retreat, meaning come back home. So these drums were pretty much like the first walkie-talkie, first kind of giving direction in that kind of form. The Japanese culture was really smart about using sound and using instruments to convey messages. Brilliant, brilliant idea. So hopefully you found these two pictures of instruments. Let's go ahead and check out a video of the taiko drum and see how fierce and strong. And you can almost sense that when these people are playing this drum, they are thinking of being on the battlefield. So let's check it out right now. All right, so here we go. We're on our last slide right now. In fact, you can see right now, I know there's 2 slides left, but since I'm not here, we're not going to worry about this last and final slide. We're going to go ahead and just pretend it doesn't exist. So this last slide, the one with the yin-yang picture, yin-yang sign, this is going to be our last and final slide that we do. If I read it, it says China's musical notes, and underneath it, it says the word pentatonic scale. Now, pentatonic means 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what penta means, 5. In our culture, in America, in the United States, we have a total of 12 music notes. If I play my piano over here, oops, sorry, I messed up a bit. And in those 12 notes, I can play a variety of different kinds of sounds. I can play happy sounds. I can play sad sounds. I can play scary sounds. I can play pretty much almost any sounds I want because I have a lot of notes to choose from. In China, they only have 5 notes. So that means, first, the amount of choices you have are obviously a lot less. And one really smart thing that the Chinese culture uses is those 5 notes that they use, they've taken away all the music notes that can make you sound bad. And they only leave the notes that no matter what you do, it's going to sound great. No matter what you play, you're going to sound amazing. They want music to be for everybody, so the way that they accomplish this is by only giving you notes that you're going to sound amazing on. Let me show you what I mean by this. So on our slide here, it says we're going to click the link below and finish the song any way we want. And then we're going to paste the link in the box below it. So right here, I got this word called cherry blossoms. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And there's the link. I'm going to go ahead and click on the link again. It's going to bring me to Chrome Music Lab. You know it. You love it. We've used it before. We know everything about it. And in this, if I click the play button, this is a song that I've already started. And in here, I've taken away all those nasty notes, and I'm using China's pentatonic scale. So here we go. On my left-hand side, this is what I made. So on the right-hand side, you need to finish it. Now, to give you some pointers here, even if you decide to play anything, just put anything you want, random notes, it's still going to sound good. it's impossible for you to sound bad because of the notes we're using. Even if I really try hard to sound as bad as I can, I still won't be able to do it. That is pretty amazing that no matter what you play, what you pick, it's going to sound great. So pretty amazing. Now you can actually try and be a little more precise and try to make something really, really nice here. Oh my goodness, hello, there we go. See how what I did here? So your job is to finish this song with any kind of notes that you want. Then we need to copy this, meaning we need to save this. So again, the bottom right, I'm going to click the save button. I'm going to copy the link. Let's click that word copy. Head back to my passport. In the bottom box, I'm going to click on there, and then I'm going to paste it on there. There's two ways to do this. You can take your mouse and right-click it, and then click the word paste, or you can use the shortcut hitting the Control-V button. All right, and that's it. When you are done and you've pasted your song on there, that's it. We are done. Head back to our classroom and turn this assignment in, the Music of Japan. So go ahead and turn it in. Make sure you turn it in. I'm only grading assignments that have been turned in. So if you do not turn this in, you're not going to get a grade. While you're here, don't forget to also check to see, did you turn in your Music of India? You should have, because we all did this together. So this should be done. And if you haven't done so, make sure that your passport is done as well. Make sure that you did a passport with all of your flags attached to it. And that's it, boys and girls. All right. I will see you next week. We will continue on in our world journey of music. And if you have any questions, you can message me in Hangout. I'll try to stay close to my computer and phone to make sure that if you have questions, you can message me. I can't guarantee, though, that I will answer right away. So if you do have a question, just leave a message, and please be patient. Everyone, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.